Hi, so you have asked me to combine the stationery and cookshop spread bridges, and I've asked you to make a template with all the positioning in a particular order. And so I have followed the order that you have set up, and I've made some spreadsheet for you. So it will look like this. At the moment, it's actually sitting next to what you're using at the moment, but eventually I will be replacing it completely. But I will give you some time to tie or move over to the new spreadsheet. And so what I will do on your current planner, just to make it obvious for all of you to move out of this, expire. I hope I got the spelling right. I think that's how you spell it. Hold on. So when you actually see this, it means don't use it and try and move on to the new. But whatever you have pre-planned already, just continue to use it. So you see, Soma have actually done some pre-planning already. So just if you need to do printout, just do it. But just move on to the new copy. Yeah. And what I will do now for you, which I want you to see, the notes, which is on the week one, I'm just going to copy the entire section, copy it, and then go to week one on the new one, go to the notes, make this a bit smaller, and then paste it on. Yeah. So whatever you have actually inputted, today's date is the 8th of February. Just carry on um, from now onwards. Just enter it, any notes, any planning, just enter it onto here, onto this tab. I will do the same for the tasks as well. This one. So for those who doesn't actually watch my videos, you might freak out when you actually see the word expire. But if you actually watch my video, you won't be freaking out. So what I'm doing is I'm just copying all the work you have done so far, so you don't have to redo it. I'm just going to cross this out. Hold on. And so I'm just going to run through the improvement which I've made. So anybody who doesn't get what I'm saying, don't worry. What I'm saying is probably um, you don't really need to know. Yeah. I find it most helpful when you use the zoom, so you can actually use the zoom to zoom in and zoom out. And so because all of these you actually have added more people. Let me just make this a bit smaller. Okay. Because you have actually added more people, you'll find that hold on. You'll find that the printout is a bit small. So let's see what it will look like. So if I actually do the bigger cross, that will be the people who are not working. And okay, you'll see that um, people are not working will be on here. But however, if you look closely, I have actually make it so that each line, each group of people, you have an extra line, so that when you actually go like this, it's not as crowded. You know what I mean? So, however, I put this blank space as a S for spare. So if you actually get rid of spare as in S and put OK, you compress this data even more, if you can see, but then it looks a bit claustrophobic. Yeah. And if you look here, you have got another cross here. So another cross, it will be something like this one here. So that is actually a new formula which I've created. Um, so if the spreadsheet on this column, if they detect that there is an area, for example, this one, nobody's working in this area, and you just wanted to print it out without this area, the formula here and here will automatically detect that there is nobody here. So you don't need to actually print out the title and this extra line. So that's why there is another X. So if you actually go like this and like this and press OK, you'll find that it will look quite neat and you have an extra line. And if you get rid of the S, it will be even more compact. So I've done it because I know that on some days you might have more people working, and then on some days you don't have as many people working, so you might want to make it look a bit more neater. Yeah, so that's what I've done for you. Now I have actually noticed on here you haven't really included the this the cookware meetings. So if we actually go back to notes, what you could do is for example, you might not need this extra one. What you could do is you could go Control C, Control H, and then Control V, and then change it to this one here. And then you can actually go like this. And so when you actually do that, every tab you will have, instead of S, note 1 is C meeting. And if you actually just go ahead and delete this one, okay, so all the formulas on here will actually go along here, and then when it sees C meeting, it will stop and it will read this part. But I'm not going to do it for you. You need to do it yourself, because otherwise it might be quite confusing. And I noticed that when you actually you type in one long line. You could actually just go and use Control Enter. When you actually do Control Enter, for example here, Control Enter, Control Enter, yeah. Does that look neat? Hold on. Enter. I think the Control Enter should be here. Control Enter. And when you actually do that, it will go to 31st of January, and that would be week 3. Let's go to week 3, 31st of Jan. Hold on. 31st of January. So my tip is actually just use this to see. Okay, I'm running out of time. Well, good luck to all of you. Thank you. Yeah, just talk to BB if you don't know what's going on. She will sort you out, I'm sure. Thank you. Goodbye.